afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Tuesday. Nice November day.
Beautiful day outside. The sun really makes a difference, doesn't it?
And when it hits those trees, some of those trees, it's amazing.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it is. We'll get to the weather in just a minute, but first we are waiting on what we expect to be breaking news this afternoon. CDC advisors are debating recommending the Pfizer vaccine for kids ages 5 to 11. We'll have the latest.
Plus, lawyers gave us a sense of how they'll present the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. We'll hear part of their opening arguments from today.
And you may not have had anything to vote for today, but people in other parts of Wisconsin and nationwide did. We're looking at a few key governor seats up for grabs today. Let's take a look outside. As we mentioned, sun was out. Not too windy.
The trees are in full color. Nice day on the lake. Still open water. We'll savor every day we have of it.
Better not be freezing it yet. It's a little early for that. But another chilly day tomorrow. Dana's in the backyard. It's November.
It is, and it feels like November outside. You're very right, though. The water's still open and moving, even with our overnight lows dropping below freezing. We still have afternoon highs trending right now a little cool, but eventually above average. So I'm not concerned about the lakes freezing up anytime soon. The koi pond behind me is still moving. Looking at our visible cloud track, we did see plenty of sunshine today. A few clouds in the sky right now, but overall, a really nice afternoon and a pleasant evening ahead for us. Sunset, of course, just about 2 hours away, 44 currently in Madison with our breeze coming in from the northwest. Doppler track nice and quiet in southern Wisconsin. To the north, we saw some light flurries in the evening yesterday, and now those light flurries moving into parts of northern Michigan and the UP. For tomorrow, plan on another day with temperatures in the mid to low 40s, partly sunny skies. Still chilly outside for our Wednesday, but we are going to get that warm up by the weekend. That'll be nice for Saturday and Sunday, and it'll likely stay that way into the start of next week. As far as traffic concerns right now, my map not pulling up any major delays along the Beltline. Eastbound has a few slowdown spots, and of course a lot of construction around the Beltline the interchange there on the on and off ramps. For north and southbound right now through Rock County, not seeing delays on 39 and 90. From the Beltline to Janesville, 25 minutes, 17 minutes to get from Middleton to Sauk City, and downtown to Sun Prairie, about 18 minutes this evening. We'll take a closer look at your full 10-day in just a few.
All right, we'll check back. Thank you, Dana. As we're expecting the approval for the Pfizer vaccines in kids ages 5 to 11, some Dane County parents are already looking for appointments.
Our Naomi Coles is live in downtown Madison this afternoon, breaking down what your options are. Naomi?
A UW Health doctor that I spoke with earlier today says interest for this vaccine for their children is particularly intense, which really isn't a surprise considering we are the most highly vaccinated county in the state. Now, your options will likely start with national pharmacies like CVS or Walgreens. Now, once the state also gives its approval, expect your local health providers to be next. Some Dane County parents tell me they want to be first in line.
Been really nerve-wracking. I'm really happy with how well his school district has done as far as like the mitigation strategies and keeping kids masked up and distance from each other and all of those things. But I think just having that extra layer of protection is just going to make us feel so much better.
Now, with that final CDC approval expected today, many Wisconsin providers will be waiting on the state to give the green light as well. I have asked them for their timeline. They told me be expecting a press conference either tomorrow or Thursday.
All right, Naomi, thank you. And we'll have Dr. Potoff on later to talk about all this as well. Instigator or victim, that's the focus of today's opening statements in day 2 of the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Rittenhouse accused of killing 2 people and wounding a 3rd during protest in Kenosha last year.
Brady Mallory takes us to court to show us how attorneys from both sides are painting a very different picture of what happened. Brady?
Well, Rittenhouse faces life in prison if convicted of homicide. The prosecutor says Rittenhouse instigated the confrontation that led him to shoot 3 men in Kenosha during a protest against racial injustice. One of the victims who died was shot in the back. Rittenhouse's attorney says his client was trying to defend himself after one of the men dove for his gun and others kicked him in the face and clubbed him in the head with a skateboard.
And yet, the only person who killed anyone was the defendant. There are fireworks going off, which is a loud noise, sounds like gunfire. There are guns being discharged, the sound of gunfire throughout our community that night. Hundreds of people are there experiencing this, and yet the only one who kills anyone is the defendant.
He acted in self-defense, ladies and gentlemen. The evidence will show that his actions on August 25th of 2020 were reasonable under the circumstances as they existed that night, being attacked by Mr. Rosenbaum.
Well, jury members were seated yesterday despite concerns over finding members who have not already made up their minds about this case. We are continuing to follow this trial, and we will bring you more testimony tonight at 5 and 6.
We'll see you then, Brady. Thank you. Voters head to the polls today in New Jersey and Virginia on this election day to pick their next governor.
Both races have national implications, with the shadows of both President Biden and former President Trump looming large.
Natalie Brand has more from Alexandria, Virginia.
Two high-stakes governor's races in the national spotlight.
There's a lot at stake today, folks.
In New Jersey, Governor Phil Murphy hopes to become the first Democratic incumbent to win re-election in more than 4 decades. He's running against Republican challenger Jack Ciattarelli. But it's the tight race in Virginia that's being viewed as a possible bellwether ahead of next year's midterm elections. Democrat Terry McAuliffe, who previously served 1 term as governor, has tried to tie Republican businessman Glenn Youngkin to former President Donald Trump, who lost the state in 2020 by 10 points.
Glenn Youngkin has been endorsed by Donald Trump 10 times.
I've just felt this great surge of momentum for the last 6 to 8 weeks.
Youngkin has tried to distance himself from the former president, even though Mr. Trump has inserted himself in the race.
Vote for Glenn Youngkin. He's going to do a fantastic job.
Despite the national attention, the race for Virginia's governor could come down to local issues, including education. Youngkin has focused on critical race theory, which is not currently on the curriculum in Virginia public schools.
I think things need to be in the hands of parents.
I think teaching it from multiple perspectives only kind of broadens people's understanding.
Mayoral races are also taking place in several major cities, including New York and Boston, which is poised to make history by electing its first woman to the post. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Alexandria, Virginia.
The city of Boston does currently have a female mayor, Kim Janey. She stepped into the role earlier this year after former Mayor Marty Walsh became U.S. Secretary of Labor. And breaking right now, CDC advisors have recommended the Pfizer vaccine for children ages 5 to 11. The doses for 5 to 11-year-olds are 1/3 the amount given to teens and adults. They're being shipped in their own vials with a special orange cap to avoid mix-ups with the adult-sized doses. The kid-sized doses are being distributed to a variety of locations, including pediatrician offices and pharmacies. Counties and schools in some locations are choosing to set up clinics where parents can take their children to get vaccinated. The vaccines have yet to secure final approval from the CDC, although many believe that will happen this week. The shots are under an emergency use authorization and only cover Pfizer, not Moderna or Johnson & Johnson.
The People's Maps Commission presented Governor Evers with new districting maps today as Wisconsin's redistricting battle continues. The People's Maps Commission is a nonpartisan commission appointed by the Evers administration to draw impartial maps. Just over 2 weeks ago, Republican state leaders introduced their own maps that Governor Evers and opposition groups said were gerrymandered.
Somehow Republicans prepared gerrymandered maps that some have described even more gerrymandered than the ones that are in existence at this point in time. If I had to grade homework, it'd be an F. I'm not the only one.
Evers called on Republican leaders to use the commission's maps that he said would be a fair option for the state. He added he would call a special legislative session if lawmakers didn't meet to consider the maps. GOP leaders have gavelled in and out of the most recent special sessions without taking up the measures the governor called for.
Today is the first day of the 2021-22 Soups On season. The second season, the initiative has been trying to help local restaurants. Here's how it works. Soups from local restaurants are fresh frozen in quart containers and are available for purchase weekly, Wednesday through Saturday, for pickup or delivery the following Tuesday. The first Soups On initiative took place November 2020 through April of 2021, with over 10,000 quarts of soup sold. Over 400 quarts of soup were ordered for this week, but as the program ramps up, they expect that number to increase to about 600 quarts.
This extends the life of those products, makes them available all year round, and allows people to operate businesses and take control of their lives and keep that money local.
Pickup is right now between 4 and 6 at Feed Kitchens off Sherman Avenue in Madison. Delivery is $11 to Fitchburg, Madison, Middleton, Monona, and Verona.
We've heard a lot recently about the lack of truck drivers, supplies, and computer chips. But there is another critical shortage going on right now in Wisconsin: caregivers. Usually there are over 1 million family caregivers in Wisconsin, but since the pandemic, help has been harder to find. These caregivers do very important work like perform meal prep and feeding, help with personal care and medications, as well as taking care of the home and occasionally finances.
Some people ask, is this too much for you? You know, and yeah, it is, but what can you do? And I've done what I can do, which is work with my employer, who's been great, and I've reshuffled my job and my schedule. I get all my work done in 3 to 4 days a week, so I can be away and deal with all the inevitable things that come up in between, burning through my sick leave and my vacation.
3 proposals to help caregivers were discussed today, including establishing family medical leave, improving the ability for aging and disability resource centers to help, and every call that comes in, and establishing a caregiver tax benefit.
Sign-ups for the Goodman Community Center's Thanksgiving baskets are now closed. As of Friday, more than 4,400 Dane County families had registered for this year's baskets. The center previously set a goal to provide 4,000 families with holiday meals this year. Those interested in helping the center can start gathering food items now to have them on hand when donations open. Financial donations can be made online at goodmancenter.org/donate. Leftover turkeys and full and partial baskets will be handed out to families who missed registration on Tuesday, November 23rd, starting at 9 a.m.
Well, backups on the Beltline continue today. The southbound ramp on the interstate to the Beltline in Madison will remain closed until 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Crews have also reduced the interstate to just 2 lanes southbound for 4 miles between I-94 and the Beltline. So prepare for long delays on the southbound interstate to continue, and a lot of extra traffic on Stoughton Road. The posted detour takes drivers past the Beltline to County Road N, where drivers will then get back on 90 northbound. The northbound exit to the Beltline is open.
Best to avoid the area if you can.
Yes, it's almost done.
Up next, we're hitting the road with Harvey Briggs.
When we come back, we're going behind the wheel in the brand new Volkswagen ID4. It's VW's latest entry into the electric vehicle segment. That's when Live at 4 continues.
Attention, South Central Wisconsin homeowners. It's the best time of the year to update your old bathroom with huge Black Friday savings this month at Mad City Baths, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for baths, custom tub-to-shower conversions, and walk-in tubs installed in as little as 1 day. Now, with Black Friday savings, save $250 with interest-free financing for 6 months and get $250 in Mad City cash. But act now and triple your savings. Save $750 on a new bath or shower with interest-free financing for 18 months and triple it to $750 in Mad City cash for future home improvement projects. Plus, call during this program, get a $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. Black Friday triple savings end November 30th. Call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Everyone remembers the moment they heard, "You have cancer," how their world stopped, and when they found a way to face it. For some, this is where their Keytruda story begins. Keytruda, a breakthrough immunotherapy that may treat certain cancers. One of those cancers is advanced non-squamous non-small cell lung cancer, where Keytruda is approved to be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment if you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene.
Keytruda helps your immune system fight cancer, but can also cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body. This can happen during or after treatment and may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain or tenderness, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion or memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, or if you've had an organ transplant, had or plan to have a stem cell transplant, or have had radiation to your chest area or a nervous system condition.
Today, Keytruda is FDA approved to treat 16 types of advanced cancer and is being studied in hundreds of clinical trials, exploring ways to treat even more types of cancer. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. See the different types of cancer Keytruda is approved to treat at Keytruda.com and ask your doctor if Keytruda can be part of your story.
About $100 off a complete pair, frame and lenses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Welcome back. The White House is laying out a new strategy aimed at working to prevent active military and veteran suicides.
President Biden announced the new plan today. It includes a federal focus on firearm dealers. For instance, the Department of Justice is working to finalize a rule on the dealer's obligation to promise safe gun storage. The rule would require them to make secure storage or safety devices available for purchase. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives will also issue a best practices guide to all federal firearm dealers.
Amazon is lifting a mask mandate for its fully vaccinated workers in its warehouses. The online retailer says starting today, vaccinated warehouse employees do not have to wear a face covering unless it is required by federal, state, or local law. Amazon first relaxed its mask requirement in May, but the Delta variant spike led the company to reinstate the mandate.
Chipotle is experimenting with a new chicken recipe for the first time since opening nearly 30 years ago. The new pollo asado is seasoned with a dry rub of spices, then seared on a grill and finished with garlic, chili peppers, and fresh squeezed lime. It's being tested in 95 restaurants in Cincinnati, Ohio, and Sacramento. Chipotle has been expanding its menu recently. The fast food chain now offers rice cauliflower, carne asada, and smoked brisket.
Now we're hungry.
I'm hungry.
The Department of Justice is taking legal action to stop the publishing company Penguin Random House from acquiring publisher Simon & Schuster. In a court filing today, the DOJ said combining the two book business giants, quote, would likely harm competition in the publishing industry. They are two of the 5 biggest publishers in the U.S. The DOJ argues that combining them would give Penguin Random House too much power over content and author compensation. The proposed merger is valued at more than $2.1 billion.
Another record-setting day on Wall Street with all indexes closing at record highs. The Dow Industrials added 138 points, closing at 36,052. The Nasdaq gained 53. The S&P 500 was up almost 17. Well, there's a new contender if you're in the market for an all-electric vehicle. It's the VW ID.4. It's the first all-electric vehicle from the German car maker built from the ground up as an EV.
It's marketed as an SUV, so is it the right one for you?
Let's find out as we go behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs. This is a nice-looking car.
Yeah, it is. It actually is an SUV that looks like a car, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Anything special about it?
Yeah, there's no engine in this car.
Well, that would make a difference.
Exactly. You do have 2 electric motors in this car because this is the VW ID.4 all-wheel drive Pro S.
The S stands for statement, and this vehicle makes one. Lots of helpful safety and technology features come standard. It comes in rear or all-wheel drive, and there's plenty of room for 5 passengers. It passes Harvey's back seat test. And when you get behind the wheel, the ID.4 turns itself on.
The minute you step in, it automatically comes to life. So all you would have to do is put it in gear and you drive away. You don't have to press a button, no turning a key, anything like that.
Besides turning itself on, the ID4 has all the bells and whistles you'd expect in a high-end SUV. Heated seats.
Exactly. Heated seats.
Nav.
You've got nav, you've got satellite radio, you've got wireless Android Auto and CarPlay. You've got all the vehicle information you could want in here in terms of charging information, energy use information. You can adjust lighting, everything else on this touch screen here.
On to the numbers, and they are important when it comes to an EV. The all-wheel drive ID4's range is 240 miles on a charge, 260 in rear-wheel drive. Not bad. You can fully recharge it in a level 2 charger in about 40 minutes. Some more numbers, the VW still qualifies for the $7,500 federal tax credit.
The sticker on this one is about $48,000, and that's for the fully loaded all-wheel drive model. The base rear-wheel drive model is about $43,000.
All these features and numbers are fine, but in the end, it's a vehicle you drive on the road.
It drives like a car, except it doesn't have engine noise. If you're taking a longer trip, you will think about your range a little bit.
But no ludicrous mode.
No ludicrous mode. This is a family vehicle. It'll go 0 to 60 in 5.4 seconds in sport mode, which is pretty quick, but it's not the Tesla 2-second, which is, why do you need that anyway?
It also does not have a front trunk like many electric vehicles. The frunk is filled with a motor and other electronics. But in the back, plenty of room, practical and innovative. And as time goes on, these are going to get better and better.
Right. You're going to get longer range as battery technology improves. Charge times will decrease as, again, that technology continues to develop. And, you know, you'll start to see more differentiation. You know, it's going to be like the regular market where right now all the cars feel very similar in size and target, but that'll start to separate out as we see more of them coming into the market.
Once upon a time, it was just Tesla, and now it's everybody.
That's right. So get ready for the electric revolution because it's here now.
And Harvey is here now. We're seeing more and more of these vehicles.
That's right. You've got electric vehicles now from Mini, Hyundai, Kia, Chevy, Ford, Audi, BMW, Mercedes-Benz. They're all on the road now, not to mention all the new startup companies like Rivian, Tesla, Fisker, and a whole bunch of others. So there are a ton of vehicles coming down the pike, and it's going to be very interesting.
Well, the revolution is here, but electric vehicles are still quite expensive. How much was this car? 15?
This was
$48,000.
Yeah, this was $48,000 fully loaded. You get the $7,500 tax credit. It starts at about, like I said, around $40,000, and then you have things like the Mini and the Hyundai, which both start in that high 20s to low 30s. So there are some that are on the more affordable side, and we'll see more and more of those coming. The one thing with any electric vehicle, if you do buy one, you will want to have a level 2 charger on your house. And, you know, and then you're just charging at home every night. So you never need to go to a gas station as long as you're within your range.
And the range is all important in electric cars.
That's right.
Harvey, good job. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Good to see you.
Soon.
Go to ridesanddrives.com for more on this car and all the other cars that we drive on the show. Harvey, thank you. Saving the sequoias. The world's largest trees are being threatened by drought and wildfires.
When we come back, we'll find out what's being done to save these giants coming up after Dana's First Warn forecast.
From single living to growing families and empty nesters, your bathroom needs change over time. So let Mad City Baths help you design the perfect bathroom to fit your lifestyle. Whether it's a new bathtub for the kids, a walk-in shower, or walk-in tub for mom or dad, we'll install it in as little as 1 day. And this November, get Black Friday savings on all of our baths and showers. Save $250 with interest-free financing for 6 months and get $250 in Mad City cash. But when you call now, we'll triple your savings. Save $750 on a new bath or shower with interest-free financing for 18 months and triple it to $750 in Mad City cash for future home improvements. Plus, call during this program. Receive a $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. Throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Here at TSR, we transform old, cracked concrete floors into beautiful, tough floors in just one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and here at TSR, we don't just simply coat over your old concrete. We grind it down, repair it, apply the base coat and chip, and then seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. All of our coatings are covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty, so you can rest assured that your beautiful new floor will last. Our awesome team is here to answer all of your questions before and after the installation. And right now, we are offering 15% off your new floor coating until the end of the year. Visit the website or call that number below for your new floor today.
TSR, one day floor. Call 1-800-886-8411.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
Take a look at this. A strong hailstorm in Taiji, Bolivia caused floods and damage across the southern Bolivian city. Hail reached as high as 5 feet in some places, heavily affecting private residences and businesses. The mayor's office reported the collection of 5,000 tons of ice from the streets. Crops around the area were reported as complete losses.
Yeah, that looks like snow, but it's ice.
That's ice. It's hail. Well, in India, the 5-day festival of lights, known as Diwali, is in full swing.
During the main celebration, more than 1 billion people across 5 faiths worldwide will exchange gifts, spend time with loved ones, eat, and pray. Diwali typically happens in October and November, but the dates change each year based on the Hindu lunar calendar. This year, Diwali will be on Thursday, November 4th.
That is spectacular.
It really is.
Wow. All right, Dana, that was a lot of hail.
Yeah, that was crazy. I agree with you. I think that looked a little more like snow.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Puts our beautiful weather in perspective. We're lucky.
Exactly. We have sunshine, pretty comfortable temperatures, and not concerned about anything too messy getting in the forecast over the next 10 days. Still a little chilly outside, though. We'll take a closer look at the weekend warm-up ahead right after the break.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sheesh Raval with the Ortho Team Clinic at Stoughton Health. We hope you can join us for our upcoming event on shoulder pain relief.
The shower is great. It fits my lifestyle, and that's what I needed.
It's an old house, but it's a newer bathroom, and it's just bright and airy. I like it a lot.
Mad City has more than 50,000 satisfied customers, A+ rated with the BBB. And if you've been on the fence about updating your bathroom, now's the time to call and take advantage of Black Friday savings. Save $250 with interest-free financing for 6 months and get $250 in Mad City cash. But act now and triple your savings. Save $750 on a new bath or shower installed in as little as 1 day. Plus, triple the financing. Interest-free financing for 18 months and triple it to $750 in Mad City cash for future home improvement projects. Plus, call during this program for a free $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 608-729-4466.
Your eyes, beautiful on the outside. But if you have diabetes, there can be some not so pretty stuff going on the inside. It's true. If you have diabetes, you know high blood sugar is the root of the problem. But that excess sugar can cause the blood vessels to be seriously damaged. And when that happens, this could happen: vision loss or even blindness. That's right. Diabetic retinopathy is a leading cause of blindness for adults in the U.S. But even though you can't see it, there is something you can do about it. Remember this: now is the time to get your eyes checked. Eye care is an incredibly important part of your long-term diabetes management. See a path forward with actions and treatments that may help your eyes and protect against vision loss. Just say to yourself, "Now I see." Then go see an eye care specialist. Visit nowic.com to get the facts about diabetes, your eyes, and what you can do next to take control of your sight. Brought to you by Regeneron.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's a nice sunny Tuesday for us with temperatures in the mid-40s right now, dew points in the lower 20s. A breeze coming in from the northwest. This will be the scene for about another hour until we get closer to sunset, and those temperatures will fall just a little bit more. Again, to the northwest, we've seen some light snowfall today. Of course, nothing in southern Wisconsin, and we're going to stay dry for quite a stretch now, at least through the weekend. Still chilly outside for Wednesday. Wednesday will be very similar to this afternoon with high temperatures below average. This weekend and most of next week, though, we'll trend back above average, a milder trend expected into the start of next week. And by next Tuesday, that's when our next opportunity for some rain will build in. So we stay dry all the way through the weekend before our next shower chance starts to creep back into the forecast late in the day. A lot of rain extending off to the west and south of us, but we have high pressure keeping things pretty calm throughout most of the Midwest. This trough to the northwest, again, bringing those light flurries and light snow chances outside of our area. But our breeze coming in from the northwest, that's going to continue as we look ahead to tomorrow. Overnight temperatures cooling down just a bit. With a clear sky overhead, we'll see lows fall to the mid to low 20s. So a chilly start to the day for our Wednesday afternoon. Plan on high temperatures in the middle to lower 40s yet again. Notice that small shift in our breeze that starts to pull more from the south looking ahead towards the end of the week. Helps our temperatures climb up just a little bit more by the back half of the work week and heading into the weekend. High temperatures on Thursday adding on a few more degrees, landing in the upper 40s, and that mild trend likely going to carry us again into the weekend and the start of next week. Overall, this temperature trend in our 6 to 10 day outlook above average, still quite likely for the start, or at least at that point pushing towards the middle of November, that we will be trending above average. Not a huge warm up, but comfortable outside for the next few weeks. We aren't falling off the cliff just yet with our temperature trend. 43 the high for tomorrow, a partly sunny sky. Still chilly outside though, thanks in part to that breeze from the northwest. I do think these temperatures are going to stay pretty consistent throughout southern Wisconsin, everyone landing fairly close to 43 for our afternoon highs. But the warm up kicks off Thursday, pulling us back closer to average. For this time of year, we should be in the upper 40s. Overnight temperatures won't drop quite as much either for the next several nights, likely landing closer to 30 degrees, still below freezing, but not quite as chilly outside. Friday, we're back to the 50s and we'll stay in the 50s for the weekend. Saturday, it does get a little breezy for us, likely still seeing a little bit of a breeze for us on Sunday. Next week, high temperatures hold on to the 50s. That trend carries us all the way through the work week. A dry start to the work week, but our next opportunity for rain will steadily build in late Tuesday night and the back half of the work week. Some of those showers, since we'll see high temperatures in the mid to upper 50s, could bring a few thunderstorms to our area with that system for Wednesday and Thursday. A little breezy along with that rain chance coming through for the back half of the work week. I do think that rain and that breeze, that'll help knock down any more leaves still trying to hold on for dear life by the end of that week, guys.
Well, it's almost the middle of November at that point. It's still in the 50s.
It's still in the 50s, yes.
Yeah.
We'll take it. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Dana.
America's giant sequoia trees, the largest trees on the planet, are being threatened by droughts and wildfires. Now, researchers are working to ensure the tree's future before it's too late.
Anthony Pura joined scientists on an environmental restoration project that was years in the making.
On California's Sierra Nevada mountains, scientists are on a mission to restore the area's past for the future. Unrecognizable in their small size, these tiny trees are young giant sequoias. Jim Clark is with Archangel Ancient Tree Archive, a group working to preserve the ancient trees.
When you have dry mountainsides with dry, dead standing timber, it's a tragedy waiting to happen.
They are planting 150 saplings on privately owned land in the mountain community of Sequoia Crest. A wildfire ripped through the region last year, scorching the landscape and killing many large sequoias.
The one thing that we all agree on is that this area needs help to regenerate.
But lost with each tree are future cones and seeds.
That's why we're here, is to help assist the trees that can no longer do what they have naturally done.
These 2-foot-tall trees were cloned from a 225-foot-tall sequoia called the waterfall tree. Researchers collected clippings from that tree 7 years ago before it was lost in a wildfire last year. The Archangel team nurtured the cloned saplings in a Michigan lab until they were ready to be planted in the California mountains. Scientists say the trees will have an undeniable environmental benefit.
They sequester carbon dioxide, and the bigger the tree, the more carbon is sequestered.
Saying it's important sequoias continue to survive and thrive.
That's why we're planting them, for your grandchildren and your grandchildren's grandchildren.
And we're hoping that in years to come, there will be a legacy left for future generations.
A legacy that will strengthen and grow with time. Anthony Pura, CBS News, Sequoia Crest, California.
And researchers are logging the trees that they planted on a GPS coordinate so they can be monitored over time.
You've never seen one?
No, it's on my bucket list.
Yeah, they're magnificent. It's a very good, cool story.
Well, coming up next year on Live at 4, Consumer Reports helps those who are pregnant stay safe while driving with a few simple adjustments.
And then coming up next hour at 5, we're live from the Suits On Pickup Station event at the Feed Kitchen in Madison. That's coming up at 5.
Tired of that old, outdated bath? A beautiful walk-in shower is just a phone call away. Mad City Baths, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for custom bath solutions installed in as little as 1 day, with premium wall patterns infused with microban for 24/7 protection against germs and bacteria. And our walk-in tubs offer easy access plus hydrotherapy. Don't miss out on Black Friday savings. Save $250 with interest-free financing for 6 months and get $250 in Mad City cash. But last chance to call during this program to triple your savings. Save $750 on your new bath or shower with interest-free financing for 18 months and triple it to $750 in Mad City cash for future home improvements, plus a $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
What makes new Salon Pass Arthritis Gel so good for arthritis pain? Salon Pass contains the most prescribed topical pain relief ingredient. It's clinically proven, reduces inflammation, and comes in original prescription strength. Salon Pass, it's good medicine.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart.
Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour.
There are many reasons to love Attic Angel community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
Go on, girl. Go on and get help.
Smart dog. With Farmers Crash Assist, our Signal app can tell when you've been in a crash and can send help if you want it. Get a whole lot of something with Farmers Policy Perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Tonight at 5, opening arguments for the Kyle Rittenhouse trial began today. How the prosecution and defense are setting up their cases.
Expect another cool fall day tomorrow, but milder weather returns as we head toward the weekend. The next chance of rain will hold off until the middle of next week. My forecast at 5.
And then at 6, we're providing answers to the key questions you may have about getting your child vaccinated. That's coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
You're watching News 3 Now at 4. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
Well, seatbelts save thousands of lives every year, so it might surprise you to learn that those life-saving belts can contribute to fetal injury when pregnant people are involved in car crashes.
Leah Linscheid and Consumer Reports reveal the important safety steps that you need to take when driving pregnant.
Remember those old crash test dummy PSAs reminding you to buckle your safety belt?
You could learn a lot from a dummy.
It shouldn't be surprising that the two dummies' names in those PSAs were Vince and Larry.
Vehicles and restraint systems are designed for average-sized men. That potentially leaves small women, the elderly, and children more vulnerable in a crash. And it's bad for pregnant people.
To address that risk for pregnant people, some companies sell seatbelt adjusters or positioners. They're devices that attach to the lap portion of a seatbelt and essentially anchor it down between the user's legs, further away from the abdomen. But do they work?
The problem with these seatbelt adjusters is that the government does not set any standards for these devices, and they do not regulate them. So experts still believe that the 3-point seatbelt is a pregnant person's best bet, and that any modifications to the car's safety restraint system can be problematic.
So even though the seatbelt in your car was not designed specifically to protect pregnant people, it still is your best option for safety if you wear it correctly. First, adjust your seat so that you have as much distance as possible between your belly and the steering wheel. Adjust the steering wheel so that you can comfortably reach it and the pedals. Then put your seatbelt on, adjust the shoulder belt height, and make sure your lap belt is properly positioned. Don't wear the lap belt over your belly, since that could harm your fetus in a crash. Make sure the lap belt is positioned underneath your belly. It should fit snugly across your hips and pelvic bone. For News 3 Now, this is Leah Linscheid.
Thank you, Leah. And one other reminder, never disable the airbag.
Also, if you don't have to be the driver, it's best to sit in the front passenger seat with the seat pushed as far back from the dashboard as possible. Well, it's a milestone day in the fight against COVID-19. Kids ages 5 to 19 can soon get a shot.
We'll talk about the implications of that with UW Health's Chief Quality Officer, Dr. Jeff Potoff, when Live at 4 continues. We'll be right back.
For over 40 years, RSVP, the Retired and Senior Volunteer Program, has been enriching lives in Dane County.
Both the Madison Senior Center and RSVP serve older adults and are looking to help older adults stay connected to the community. The RSVP Bus Buddy program brings adults to the Madison Senior Center to participate in events like our Health and Resource Fair.
It's a wonderful feeling because so many of these people were scared to get on a bus. They said, I don't know where to put the money in. I don't know how to catch the bus. I don't know where to go. I had one woman who told me just because I showed her how to get on the bus and go out to Easttown and walk around, she said she felt like she was going to the state fair. And so this was total independence for her, just to go out there and walk around and see people and have a cup of coffee.
Tom, why was it that you wanted to get involved in the Bus Buddy program?
Well, I'm a relatively new resident to Madison here, so I didn't know. I wanted to find out about all the nice places in Madison. I got the Bus Buddy sheet listing where we'd be going. They all sounded absolutely fantastic. I signed up for them all. Take me everywhere. But the one place we went I especially liked was Allen Garden in the university area. It's like a miniature Olbrich. It's the cutest, sweetest, loveliest little garden you ever saw in your life.
Look at the joy that this program brings to people. Thank you so much. RSVP of Dane County, where volunteers make a difference. I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Here at TSR, we transform old, cracked concrete floors into beautiful, tough floors in just one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and here at TSR, we don't just simply coat over your old concrete. We grind it down, repair it, apply the base coat and chip, and then seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. All of our coatings are covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty, so you can rest assured that your beautiful new floor will last. Our awesome team is here to answer all of your questions before and after the installation. And right now, we are offering 15% off your new floor coating until the end of the year. Visit the website or call that number below for your new floor today.
TSR, one day floor. Call 1-800-886-8411.
A few things of note right now in traffic conditions. East and westbound on the Beltline, we're still seeing those delays. Of course, the southbound ramp for 3990 to get onto the Beltline is closed at this time. The latest update for us, there is an accident on 12 westbound. This is just south of County Highway K. The right lane is closed right now, so you can see causing quite a few delays. This is, again, westbound on 12, stretching from Middleton and then heading, if you're heading up towards Prairie du Sac or Sauk City right now. So that's westbound on 12. The right lane is closed. Left lane looks like traffic is moving, but quite slowly. Around Janesville, no major hiccups this evening to get from the Beltline to Janesville. 25 minutes. Middleton to Sauk City. There's that delay because of the accident westbound. 27 minutes right now. Downtown to Sun Prairie, 18 minutes. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Dana, thank you. Greg and his wife noticed a bee flying around their porch, and they set up a video camera to record it. Seconds later, the bee lands on his nose and decides to go up it. Greg reaches for the insect, but it stings him inside his nostril before he can pull it out. Greg's nose immediately starts to get red. He's fine, but definitely in severe pain.
Ouch.
That's a nightmare.
Yes, it is.
Hope it didn't lay eggs. It's a monumental day in the battle against the coronavirus.
That's right. If you were watching the top of the show, the CDC has approved Pfizer's vaccine for younger children, which means by tomorrow, kids could be in doctor's offices getting vaccinated. UW
Health's Chief Quality Officer, Dr. Jeff Potoff, joins us once again on another Newsmaking Tuesday.
Hi, Dr. Potoff. Good to see you.
Hi, guys. How big of a milestone is this?
You know, I think it is a pretty big milestone. You know, we've been fighting this pandemic for a long time. Vaccines have been available. This makes another large group of people eligible, and it's our kids, and I think everyone really wants to protect their kids, so I'm pretty excited about this news.
How will it work locally?
Yeah, I think what you'll see is the director still needs to approve it. Everyone expects that she'll do that. And then those national chains will be able to start vaccinating. So your CVS's, Walgreens, and Walmart will be able to vaccinate. For our local vaccinators, you'll need DHS to approve the protocol. That'll likely happen pretty quickly, next 24 hours, maybe 48 hours. And I think you'll see appointments ready for kids in our area, you know, as early as tomorrow, more likely Thursday, Friday, and for sure by next Monday, the 8th, things should be running. A lot of us received our doses today. The doses are in town. It's just a matter of waiting for these final approvals before we get going.
It's 2 shots. How far apart?
Yeah, so it's 2 shots, and for the Pfizer, it's 21 days apart.
What do we know about potential side effects in children? Do we expect them to be similar to adults? You always say, you know, kids are not little adults.
Yeah, I think in this situation, you will see some of those mild side effects early on. So injection site soreness, they might have a little fatigue, they might complain of headache. Some kids may even spike a fever. That's not uncommon with kids who get vaccines. Long-term or more serious effects, we're not really seeing those. There's that risk of myocarditis. That's probably lower in this group because that vaccine dose is lower. And like we said before, the idea that vaccines cause long-term 5-year, 10-year, adverse effects, that just doesn't happen. That's kind of one of those myths out there, and that's why we're so sure that this is a safe vaccine.
Convincing parents is one thing, convincing kids is another. How do you talk to them?
Well, I think a lot of us have candy in our houses right now, so maybe we use that. But I think it's really talking to them, depending on age, why is this important? They're used to getting the vaccines, they got that. How this helps them and how this helps their friends, how this helps them stay in school, which they really want to do, how this gets them back to normal. I think our kids just want to be normal. And you put all that together, I think our kids understand this. They'll do this.
Make it like a hero thing.
Absolutely.
You could be a hero.
You're not far off the truth.
That's a good suggestion.
Folks that do things to help their community, we could call them heroes.
Well, what will it mean if the vast majority of kids 5 to 11 get vaccinated in terms of ending the pandemic?
Well, I think that's where there's some optimistic news. We're seeing ourselves come down on the Delta surge. We have vaccine mandates for some adults, and now we have kids eligible for these vaccines. That paints a pretty good picture for us starting to get out of this pandemic. Barring some new Delta variant, which isn't out there yet, things start to look pretty good a month from now, 2 months from now. So I think it's all good news.
And adults should consider the booster.
Absolutely. There is actually a study now out of Israel looking at booster performance compared to just 2-dose, and the booster does actually add a fair bit. You get some good additional protection. Those who don't get the booster, it's not like they go on to have a lot of severe disease, but as far as preventing those breakthrough cases, things like that, the booster is pretty effective.
Do you think the booster will be recommended for everyone at some point, or it will only stay for people with compromised immune systems?
I think at some point you're going to see a regular interval of boosters, much like we have the flu shot. It'll be for everyone. Maybe it's once a year, something like that. But I do think you'll see this hit a more regular pace as we start to get out of the pandemic.
Maybe they can put both shots together.
They can. They could do that.
They could. Mm-hmm. So we've been saying this for a year and a half now. A little light at the end of the tunnel?
I think so, but I said that in May, and then Delta proved me wrong. So I'm a little bit more hesitant to say it this time, but I feel good about where we're at right now.
Let's not jinx it.
Right.
Get the shots. Young and old.
Absolutely.
All right, Doctor. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Dr. Potoff. Good to see you.
See you next Tuesday. We'll see what happens. We'll be right back with the final check of your forecast.
Not only does a seamless Leaf Guard gutter system add beauty to your home, it's also the last gutter system you'll ever buy. It's guaranteed to never clog or will come out and clean them for free. My team will give you a free estimate and you'll get a $100 Visa gift card with your order.
About $100 off a complete pair, frame and lenses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Guys, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, Peak Performance for Men has a natural solution that can help you today. That's right. Stop wasting money on pill after pill that just masks your ED. Fix it for good. We can make the difference. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhoffels. Get a Beauty Rest Queen mattress for only $3.99. Upgrade to a Queen Harmony Luxe mattress starting at just $15.99 and get a free weighted blanket. The Harmony Luxe uses recovered plastics from the ocean to create a durable and luxurious fabric. And with Steinhoffels' 120-night sleep guarantee and free delivery, you can't make a mistake. Only at Steinhoffels and Steinhoffels.com.
Leaf Guard is the only gutter system to earn the Good Housekeeping seal, the leading symbol of quality, assurance, trust, and safety in America. And Leaf Guard is guaranteed to never clog. My team will give you a free estimate and you'll get a $100 Visa gift card with your order.
Tonight at 5, opening arguments for the Kyle Rittenhouse trial began today. How the prosecution and defense are setting up their case. Plus, they say it would help 1 million people who care for a loved one in home, what advocates are proposing to rescue caregivers.
When the fourth quarter starts, it's a long-standing and jumping game day ritual that literally rocks Camp Randall Stadium. We'll show you how Jump Around measures on a seismic scale Thursday on News 3 Now at 6.
Chilly weather outside for us right now. That continues for Wednesday. We're going to continue to be below average for at least another day before milder temperatures build in for the weekend and most of next week. Dry skies for the rest of this week, the weekend. The start of next week, it's not until next Tuesday that we have the opportunity to see a little bit of rain building back in. It is cool right now in the mid-40s, but notice that nice sunset. Sunset's just around the corner. Within about an hour, we'll get a little darker and a little cooler outside. Those temperatures expected to fall down to the low 20s for overnight lows tonight. For tomorrow, high temperatures will yet again be in the mid to low 40s with partly sunny skies, with chilly temperatures expected throughout southern Wisconsin. Again, if you were hoping for just one more breath of maybe seeing the 50s, we will creep back into that spot by the weekend and stay there for a few days next week.
And the sun sets an hour earlier next week.
It does. It does. We'll be standing outside for my patio shot in the dark here soon.
Welcome to it. Thanks, Dana. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, we'll have the latest numbers from the Marquette Law School poll.
And Madison author George Hesselberg will join us to talk about his new book, Deadlines, Slices of Life from the Obit Beat. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.